Hello Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Sky. I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes, and today I wanted to go over my quarter one goals more in depth than we did on the goals stream that we did earlier this week. And I wanted to do a review of the Scribbles That Matter bullet planner. I did get this bullet planner as a gift from a friend who also does writing, who knows I am trying to get more organized, and who knows that I love bullet journals, and they thought this would be perfect for me, and I kind of love it, even though I don't know what the heck to do with it yet. So it came in this box. It's like a dot grid box. It says Scribbles That Matters on the bottom, and it has Scribbles That Matters contact information at the top. But I thought it was really cool, if it'll focus, that it's got this dot grid pattern on it. When you pull the Scribbles That Matters planner out, I've already pulled this out and looked at it a couple times. It comes like this. It's got an elastic band. It's got this Scribbles That Matters B5 bullet planner. It says bullet planner on it. This is actually engraved into it. This is a leather journal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this off camera. I automatically tuck the elastic band in here. I don't use the elastic bands until after I finish filling up a journal, so that's going to stay there pretty much the whole year. So this journal has a yearly view, monthly welcome and calendar pages, weekly spreads, blank dotted pages, 245 numbered pages, a pen test page, lay flat design, attached pen loop, vegan leather, expansive inner pocket, 2 bookmarks, and rounded corners. And as you can see, we can already see the rounded corners here and here. I just showed the elastic band. Here is the 2 bookmarks, 1 and 2, which I've already got marking pages because I have started using this already. Here's the pen loop, the expandable pocket. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look inside. Of course, when we first flip this open, it says Scribbles That Matters on one side, and it is the kind of title page that comes in most journals that has your contact information, and in this case it says that it belongs to me. It also says it's a bullet planner. I don't know what GSM this paper is. All I know is this is really thick. This is cardstock. There's no doubt in my mind that this is cardstock. So the first pages we come to are a yearly spread. This is for 2020. It's got the month, date, calendar system at the top, followed by a bunch of empty space where you can fill in your own notes. I use the year at a glance pages, or future logs as they are sometimes called, to mark down birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and events that I know I want to celebrate. The next page is also a year at a glance. This is the 2021 year at a glance, which I have not started filling out. Okay, then we come to the fun stuff. This is the first of a bunch of blank dot grid pages. I am really impressed with the dot grid pages. They are easily marked to see where like the middle mark is, because down here at the bottom there is a dash instead of a dot to mark that this is the middle horizontally, and then there was a dash here on the side to mark that this was the dash vertically. I think I have those backwards. I think this is horizontal and this is vertical. Anyways, and then in the direct middle was a plus sign where those two met up. So the way I have this set up now is I have this as quarter 1, achievement unlocked for quarter 1. Quarter 2, achievement unlocked for quarter 2. And basically anything that I accomplish in quarter 2 will go down here. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything big or small, even if it's not one of my original goals, if it's anything I've accomplished, it goes down here. And then on the next page I have Q3, achievement unlocked, Q4, achievement unlocked. What I should have done, and what I will do in the future, since it's got those grid lines to make it easier to mark it out, I'll do Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 all on one page next year, and then I'll do achievement unlocked on one page next year, and I won't separate the achievement unlocked because it'll just be in list form all the way down. In the goals stream, I talked about the fact that I wanted to edit the Damned and Dangerous series. I wanted to outline 2 books. I wanted to draft 2 books. I wanted to send betas 2 books. And I had some personal goals, both foreign language and personal family goals. This is what I wanted to do with this video, was go more in depth, because I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm doing a Kanban system. These are all post-it tabs, and what I wanted to do was as I accomplished these goals, I wanted to move my posted tab down to the achievement unlocked. So on these posted tabs, it's all editing. It's book 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Damned and Dangerous series. And as I finish each one, I will move it down to the achievement unlocked section. Next, I've got the fact that I wanted to outline Knight Rider and outline Dark Summons. Again, when I finish those, I will move them down here. Then I want to draft Growl and Sienna's Wolf, which are both outlined already, and move them down here. Send betas, Damned and Dangerous 1 and Damned and Dangerous 2. And then I've got the fact that I wanted to do 4 practice tests on Duolingo. I wanted to reach checkpoint 1 and I wanted to reach checkpoint 2 by the end of the quarter 1. I am studying French. I took 2 years of French in high school, and so far what I'm doing is relearning what I learned in high school. And I think by the time I hit checkpoint 1, that's when I'll start getting into new information, because most of what I'm learning now is just a rehash of what I already knew. Then the personal goals, as far as family goes, I wanted to go to the park with my girls at least once a month in January, February, March. And then I wanted to go on a date with my husband at least once in January, February, March. And actually, technically, my husband and I have already gone on a date, so I can move the January down to achievement unlocked. The other day, he kind of tricked me. We needed to go to the store. He wanted to wait until the girls were in bed for some reason so we could just go out while my parents were also in bed. And bada bing, bada boom, we get out of the house. He was like, by the way, we're not going to the store. We are going to go out for dinner, just the 2 of us. And boom, date. So I've already accomplished one of my goals. I am actually almost done editing Damned and Dangerous 1 as well, so that will get to move down soon, because of the fact that when my goal was to finish it, and I had already started it. In fact, at the beginning of the year, I thought I was already at the halfway point, because I thought the book only had 18 chapters. Turned out it has 22, but I am now I'm a little over the halfway point now, and it's actually going much faster than I thought it would. So I suspect that by the end of this week, I will actually already be done with book 1. This is like the 4th edit of this book though, so don't expect the rest of those to go as fast as this one is going. They have not been edited nearly as much as this one has already. Okay, then I won't go into these goals, but basically I've still got them separated the same way: outline, edit, draft, beta, and then these are publishing goals, and that's the only reason that I got them marked out, because I wanted to have each tab have a different color. So I started plotting out what color is going to be what. I think next time, since I've got more of these arrow-like ones, all the arrow-like ones will be my writing goals, and these kind of tabs, which I'm actually out of now already, will be the personal goals, since I generally have less personal goals than business writing goals. This is another page I've marked out. I actually had to count lines for this, but you can see where that dash is there, the plus sign is there, and the dash is there, and the dash is up here to help mark out the pages. But I just counted based on what I needed for this page. I put my bills up top. I have not marked out what bills I've already paid, and I don't have all of my bills actually listed. I just had the major ones that I could think of at the time I was plotting this out. I might even need to jump to another page to add more. I don't know. I'll have to actually sit down and write out all my bills and figure that out. This is just the monthly ones though. There's some that I have to pay annually that I will not include on this chart. The next section is book sales, because I am looking at publishing this year. I do have a goal to write 12 books, though I have split the 12 books between editing and writing brand new drafts, and I will have a video coming out soon to talk more about that. So I will be tracking word count this year, which is on this side, and the months of the year are going downwards this way, January through December, with a total down here with the lines. And then this is ebook sales, paperback sales, audiobook sales, and the income I make, because I want to track how many units I'm selling each month and then how much I'm making off of those units sold. The last section is analytics. I'm tracking newsletter, website, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I wrote down my 2019 analytics basically for the end of the year. I have put a date above the top so I can keep track of when I'm actually writing them down. And then probably for Q1 through Q4, about the middle of the quarter, I'll track again and I'll date them and I'll put down what they are. And then 2020 at the end of the year, probably around the same date as what I did for 2019, I will write down the end of the year Next, I have my 20 in 2020 goals list. I want to publish the Damned and Dangerous series. I want to create my LLC, Brimstone Books. I want to take the girls to the zoo and the aquarium, and they want to go to the beach. So as much as I hate the beach because sand goes in places it does not belong, I do love my kids, and since they want to go to the beach, we'll probably go this year. I want to go to 20 Books Vegas, which is an author conference, an indie author conference, let me be specific about that. I want to go to Roanoke Author Invasion, which is this is a conference, that's a convention, that's just about books. I want to go on a date a month with Justin, my husband. I want to publish Paw Prints and Broomsticks, though, to be honest, this was just a throwaway goal because I'm not certain how well this will work out. There's more chance of these being published than there is of this being published, because I have covers for these. I don't have a cover for this. Raleigh Galaxy Con, which is a con up in Raleigh, obviously. I want to go on one park trip a month with my girls. I need to get a new copy of my birth certificate because sometime in the moves I've made since I got my driver's license, I have lost my birth certificate, and the next step for me will be to figure out how I need to get a new copy because my parents were stationed overseas when I was born, and the hospital I was born in no longer exists. So I gotta figure out what I need to do there. But I need my birth certificate in order to get my passport. Kinda need to do those two this year because I would like to start traveling overseas. Project Life is like a scrapbooking thing. I don't know how else to describe it. It's basically scrapbooking, we'll just leave it at that. I'm so far behind, it's not even funny, and I would like to get caught up this year. I do want to get another work computer. I originally bought Mac Mardigan with the idea that it would just strictly be for work, but it's not, and there are some programs it can't run that I really do need it to run because it's not optimized or heavy duty enough to run them. I want to participate in Vlogmas, NaNoWriMo, Vita in both April and August, Camp NaNoWriMo in April and July, and then I hope Tamara will invite me back this year for Project AuthorTube. She did invite me last year, and I have a sneaking feeling that I've done Project AuthorTube in the past, before last year, back when it was called Project WriteTube, but I can't remember if I have or not. I just know I did do Project AuthorTube last year, and hopefully she loves me enough to invite me back again this year. So that goal we marked off if she does. Alright, next is the monthly overview. The thing I like about this bullet planner is the fact that it's undated. So I wrote in Monday through Sunday because I fully believe that the week should start on Monday so that the weekend days are together, Saturday and Sunday. And I wrote in the dates, and again I wrote in my husband's work schedule, I wrote in holidays, anniversaries, doctor's appointments, the kids go back to school. This is not done, but it's a start. I have no idea what to do with all this white space. I think I know what I'm going to do over here. I do not have the month written out up top because I do have more of these tabs. I'm really liking these tabs for some reason. But I do have more of these tabs to mark down the month. In fact, actually, let me show you this because I thought this was the coolest thing ever. The way these tabs are working is that they go down. It actually has it slotted out so that it does that. But each of the monthly pages has it going down, and it says in the same light text that the dots are in, it says month 5 right here. So I've already marked January through April, but May will be the next month, and it says month 5 right here, and that's where I'll put that tab. And the tab fits perfectly across that space. Then I wrote January in a Sharpie, and I didn't like the way it looks, so I just used the tab to cover over it. Then there's a couple of blank dotted pages. I don't quite know what to do with those pages yet. And I say couple, there's only one between the monthly spread and the weekly spreads. It's after the weekly spreads that we get more. If you have any suggestions on what I could write here, let me know. I think what I might do is I do have my list of what I'm reading and what I'm watching on TV in another location, and what I might do is put them in here instead. That's an idea. I might put them in here instead. Then starts our weekly spreads. Again, this was undated, and I start my week on Monday and go all the way to Sunday. This area I'm using for tasks that I need to do. This area up top, I'm still playing around with this. I don't quite like it. I've never used a timetable before that goes 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. Each hour is its own line, but I write so big I almost need each hour to have 2 lines in order to write down what I need to write. It's a struggle for me just because of how large I write. I'm having to abbreviate things or not put them on at all. I did put Justin's work schedule on here for this week, but it probably go up here for the rest of the weeks following, because it'll be easy to glance at and see. But it looks funky here because my husband works nights, so it means he works 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it crosses 2 days. Again, I put events that I was planning on going to up here as well as down here just to see how I like it, and I think I'll probably put them up here. I do still have streams listed up here, but again, I might end up listing the streams up here unless I actually go to them, and then I'll put them down here. I did end up going to these streams that are listed on this page, but in the future I might just list the streams that are going on up here and then only write down the ones down here that I actually attend. Kids are still out of school, so there's lots of stuff going on. I did write down my sprints and how much editing I got done. I wrote down HR right here next to edits, and I have no idea what that actually means. I've already forgotten what I wrote it for. And again, that goes back to the fact that it is such a small space. And in this particular area, it's my fault, but still, what did I mean by HR? I have no idea. No clue. I've already forgotten. And I did this Monday. Oh dear. But I wrote down what streams I attended. I need to write. Oh, I did write it. I just wrote it differently. Sarah's stream, a bunch of 15 minutes sprints where I was editing, filming, and then editing. By the way, where's this filming? It's not this video. It was originally this video, and I was filming with a different camera, and it turns out that it was so blurry and it kept focusing in and out that it was just, and I didn't notice how bad it was until I'd finished editing the video, and I was rewatching it before I uploaded. This is film number 2 of this. I've already started filling in this week. I did my tasks to do a little differently. They are written in pencil. I will write them in pen. Probably what I'll start doing is on Sundays will be the day I actually start plotting out my next week, because by then I'll know which of my tasks for this week I didn't accomplish, and I'll transfer them over into my next week. But I've got lots of stuff written in pencil as well as some stuff written in pen. The stuff that's written in pencil is either questionable whether it's actually going to happen or not. Like next Friday, it was technically supposed to be my date night with my husband, because while our anniversary is on the 4th, he works this night. We had planned on celebrating the following Friday, which was the 10th, when there's a full moon. We planned on celebrating that day instead, but that plan still may change too. So right now everything's just written in pencil until it actually happens. Again, I have no idea how I'm going to use this bottom part. I might still do my sprint information, but I might use it for something else entirely. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And again, I'm still filling stuff out. Okay. There are enough pages for every week. Then this one actually ends on February 2nd. Then we go on. There are more blank pages. I think there's 3. There's 1 spread, 2 spread, 3 spread before the next monthly page. And actually this is where the month 2 is already started to be marked. So it actually, technically, I think this is supposed to be a cover page for February. When I did January's, I used the page before for my 20 and 20. I don't really know what to do with these blank pages. I'll either figure it out based on suggestions, or I'll come up with something as I go. I do think I want this to be a January review. I've seen some bullet journals lately where they do a review where they ask a bunch of questions, and I think I might watch some more of those to see how different people do their reviews. And I've just got January review written in pencil right now until I figure out what exactly to do with this page. But yes, that is actually all I have filled out. I have started filling out the monthly calendar for both February and March, just because I wanted to see how the layout was, and I wanted to fill in some stuff I already knew was coming up, like birthdays and anniversaries. Nope, I got nothing written in March. I haven't even filled out birthdays on this, or anniversaries or anything like that, because there's my new nephew is due in March, and my other 2 nephews have a birthday in March. My birthday's in March, my dad's birthday's in March. There's a lot of stuff going on in March, and I haven't written it all down yet, so I need to get that done. I am still playing around with this. I am still figuring out how to use the layouts. I do like this planner. I just need to figure out how I'm going to use it that best utilizes it, because at the moment I really don't know. Do you guys use this planner or any planners at all? If so, let me know down in the comments below what you think of this planner. Is it something you would consider using, or are you using it already? And if you are using it already, how are you using all those blank pages? Because I have no clue. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already and you'd like to see more, because I would like to start doing a video at least once a month talking more in depth about how I use this, or at least once a quarter. But that is all I have for you guys this time. I will see you guys in my next video, and until then, bye Dragonlings.